Imagine, you are inside a dream, where time moves slowly, and every sound turns into a story. Keep your eyes closed, and let us begin. On a cold and silent night, a tiny mouse sat alone in the corner of an old barn. His name was Milo, and tears slowly rolled down his little face. Outside, the wind howled through the broken wooden walls. The other animals in the barn were sleeping peacefully, but Milo couldn't sleep. His heart felt heavy, because Milo believed something painful. He believed no one cared about him. Milo had always been the smallest mouse in the barn. While the other mice were strong and fast, Milo was quiet and shy. Whenever the mice ran together to collect food, Milo stayed behind. Whenever they laughed and played, Milo watched from far away. One day, a big mouse named Rocky pushed him aside and said, "Move away, Milo. You're too slow." The other mice laughed. Those words hurt Milo more than anything. From that day, Milo stopped trying to be part of the group. He started living alone in a tiny hole under the barn floor. Every night, he would whisper to himself, "Maybe I'm just not important." Days passed. Winter arrived, and the barn became colder. Food also became harder to find. One evening, the mice gathered to collect grains from the nearby farmhouse. But Milo stayed behind again. He walked slowly across the dark barn floor, hoping to find a few crumbs. Suddenly, crash! A loud sound echoed across the barn. A heavy wooden box had fallen near the barn door. Milo froze in fear. From the shadows, a pair of glowing green eyes appeared. It was the barn cat. The cat slowly stepped forward, its sharp claws touching the wooden floor. Milo's tiny heart began to race. He tried to run, but his small body was trembling. This is the end, Milo thought sadly. But then something strange happened. From the far corner of the barn, a tiny squeaky voice shouted, "Run, Milo, run!" It was Luna, another small mouse. Behind her were many other mice. They had returned from collecting food. The mice quickly ran across the barn, distracting the cat. Some knocked over small baskets. Others ran across the shelves. The barn filled with noise and chaos. The cat became confused and chased the moving mice instead. Milo finally found the strength to run. He rushed toward his tiny hole and quickly hid inside. The cat searched for a while but soon gave up and left the barn. Silence returned. Milo slowly came out of his hole. His heart was still beating fast. Then he saw something surprising. All the mice were standing outside his hole. Rocky, the big mouse who once pushed him, stepped forward. He looked ashamed. "Milo, we were worried about you," Rocky said softly. Milo was confused. "Worried about me?" he asked. Luna smiled and said, "Of course. You're part of our family." Another mouse added, "When we saw the cat enter the barn, we knew you were still inside." Rocky lowered his head. "I'm sorry for being mean before," he said. "You are small, but you are brave." Milo felt something warm in his heart. For the first time in a long time, he didn't feel alone. From that day, everything slowly changed. The mice started including Milo in their daily activities. They gathered food together. They told stories together. They laughed together. One day, while exploring the barn, Milo discovered a small hole in a grain sack that none of the other mice had noticed. Because Milo was small, he could reach places others couldn't. Through that tiny hole, the mice found plenty of food for the whole winter. The mice cheered. Rocky smiled proudly and said, "See, Milo helped all of us." Milo's eyes filled with happy tears. For so long he believed he was useless. But now he understood something important. Everyone has value, even the smallest mouse. Years later, the barn animals often told the story of Milo, the tiny mouse who once cried alone in the cold corner, the mouse who thought no one cared, but who later discovered that he was never truly alone. Sometimes we just need courage to step out of our loneliness. And sometimes others are kinder than we think. That night, Milo looked up at the stars shining through the broken roof of the barn. For the first time in his life, he smiled peacefully. Because he finally knew. He belonged. Glowing star life lesson. Never believe that you are too small or unimportant. Everyone has value, and sometimes the world just needs time to notice it.